Hello, beautiful, and welcome. I am thrilled to be here with you. If we have not met, my name is Celine Bilgin. I'm the founder of Luscious Living, where personal growth meets wellness. I am a women's hormone health specialist specializing in nutrition specifically, so a registered holistic nutritionist. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, The Painless Period Guide. So if you or someone that you love has painful periods, send them the book. Again, it's on Amazon. If we have met before, send me a little hello. How are you? Love to hear from you. So today I want to chat with you about something that is on my heart because I see it over and over again, and I want to nip this from the bud or the butt. Is it the butt or the bud? I don't know. But either way, let's talk, okay? Because I am tired of having women be shut down, that their symptoms are not relevant or important, or they're just being told to go on birth control as a band-aid solution. They are told to just lose weight and exercise more, eat less for PCOS. That doesn't make sense at all. It is completely going against why PCOS even happened and where it came from and what it does to the body. Like, you can't just exercise more out of it. I have had clients who do F45 workouts 5 days a week or 7 days a week, and I'm like, that is the opposite of what we want to do. Yeah, and then we're going to talk about that. Or, you eat less, okay? So actually restricting calories will increase neuropeptide Y, and it's going to actually make you hungrier. It's going to increase cortisol, which is going to impact blood sugar, which is where the imbalance started in the first place in most cases. I mean, there are some women after the pill, they get PCOS. There are some from a younger age, they already had period problems, okay? Or maybe when they're about to get pregnant, they're noticing that they're not able to. Maybe some women are starting to notice some hair growth in the chin or the treasure trail. So it's going to look differently for you. It really is. And so it's hard to have a blanket statement for this all, but I want you to be mindful of this in terms, this could be weight for you, and it could just be balancing the body. Either way, what I'm about to share with you is going to help, because weight loss is going to come as a side effect of balancing your body, whether you have PCOS or not. Weight, excess weight, or even being underweight is another symptom. Just like if I hit my head on my desk and it would start to swell up, that's a response. And so weight is a response that's happening. And so you're going to see me looking at my notes at some point as well, and that is because I have some studies and notes that I really want to make sure that I relay to you. So let's get into how to lose weight with PCOS / how to balance your body with PCOS. The first and foremost thing is that you must begin to support your gut. Through the gut, even if you don't have digestion, bloating, gas, though most women with PCOS do, and actually most people that come to me do at some level, it is because your gut lining is impaired. Through years of having foods that trigger inflammation, such as gluten, soy, dairy, processed foods, through having excess sugar, through antibiotics, it's gut bacteria and also the gut lining that gets compromised. And so even if you have autoimmune conditions, allergies, this all begins in the gut. So the very first thing that you can start to do is eat more prebiotic foods. These are the foods that feed our gut microbiome. So we have billions of gut microbes that are healthy, that are good for us in our gut bacteria or in our gut. And so things like Jerusalem artichokes, garlic, onions, leek, shallots, spring onion, asparagus, beetroot, fennel bulb, green pea, snow pea, sweet corn, and Savoy cabbage actually are excellent prebiotic foods. Okay, so eat more of those. So when was the last time you had fennel bulb? Okay, so what I encourage you to do is look up a recipe with fennel bulb. There's lots of soup recipes or salad. Make sure you incorporate those different foods. Like, you might already be eating garlic, but have maybe organic garlic or leeks, okay, shallots, things like that. Then, now that you have your good bacteria being fed, you also want to have probiotics, okay? So probiotics are going to help feed your gut bacteria. They also help to make serotonin and GABA. Serotonin is your feel-good neurotransmitter, and GABA is your anti-anxiety neurotransmitter. Okay, so I want you to have more kimchi, coconut yogurt, pickles, sauerkraut, miso, tempeh. But make sure that you have the pickles and sauerkraut in the refrigerated section and not in the aisle where it's already pasteurized. If you have PCOS, I don't want you to have kombucha right now, okay? And the other thing to heal your gut is to really work on how much sugar you have, okay? And so if you do have PCOS, so only really having berries, maybe green apples, green pears at first until you are back to balance. But beyond that, I really don't want you having a lot of bananas and mangoes and pineapples, grapes, things like that, okay? Especially any lattes, frappuccinos, Slurpees, ice cream, none of that right now. And yes, I actually do have a course that just launched today. I do have snacks and treats that you can have with PCOS, but right now we really want you to be careful with it, okay? The more seriously you take this, the more you are going to be able to recover from PCOS, okay? The second tip is to stop restricting calories. This is nuts to me because I used to do this too, but you restricting calories to lose weight is not going to work. So back in 2007, researchers from UCLA systematically analyzed, and yes, I'm reading this, 31 diet studies to assess their effectiveness. The result was that they found only a tiny majority of dieters sustain their weight loss with the vast majority regaining more weight than they lost within a few years. Have you ever seen someone go on a diet and they just end up ballooning back after? I have. I've definitely seen that. And diets just don't work. And so why calorie restriction doesn't work is I mentioned that neuropeptide Y is secreted when you are not getting enough calories, and these are going to increase your desire to binge. And of course, when we binge, we want to have the salty and the sweet and the high fat foods the most, okay? And then when your body does not feel like it's getting enough calories, it's going to slow down your metabolism so that you are conserving more calories. It's going to increase cortisol and adrenaline, right? Because your body's in stress mode. And then it actually drives up insulin in the body so you get in your muscles and your brain so you can act fast, okay? So it's completely the opposite is you don't need to eat less, you need to eat more of the right foods, which we'll be talking about. And I go much more into depth inside of the course, which I'll be speaking to you more about, okay? So you don't want to restrict calories. You want to eat the right food. You want to feel full. You want to feel nourished, okay? This is the whole point of it. The body has been undernourished for so long until we have symptoms that really start to come up. The third step is that I want you to take high androgens, so testosterone, and inflammation seriously. Okay, inflammation is going to be a root of it, no matter if you have high androgens, so meaning you have maybe male pattern baldness or excess hair growth in the chin, especially area, the neck area. Okay, so inflammation triggers our ovaries to overproduce androgens. We already are producing some male sex hormones a little bit, but with that, we end up having a vicious loop. Okay. And then you add sugar to it, and then actually that is going to continue to make this vicious cycle. And so I just want to look over my notes here. So we must address high androgens and inflammation and blood sugar balance, okay? In my program, I talk to you in depth about how to balance your blood sugar. One tip I want to make sure that I provide is that you want to be eating consistently. You don't want to be going and fasting if you have PCOS. You don't want to be, again, under eating calories. You don't want to be having these like random weight loss supplements or protein bars or whatever. You want to be eating whole, real foods consistently with every macronutrient profile, even carbohydrates. But we want to have a high quality carbohydrate intake. This is going to be explained more in the course. You want to make sure that you are eliminating all simple carbohydrates like muffins and donuts and pasta right now, even grains in many situations. I've seen a lot of success with my clients there, where I had a client where she wasn't losing any weight until we took out grains, and instantly she lost 9 pounds. Okay, so grains are millet, quinoa, rice, even brown rice. Okay, and in the program, I give you beautiful guides on how to actually eat so you're full, you're nourished on an inside out level. Okay, of course, we want to, the fourth step is be aware of how insulin resistance impacts weight gain. So it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf with your weight, with insulin, right? So the body is constantly releasing insulin, but then it's always trying to back it up, right? So it's like blood sugar rises and then insulin makes it go back down, but then after a while the body stops listening. This is the same thing if you have, so a lot of women actually with PCOS are deficient in melatonin. And so if we supplement long-term with melatonin, the body is not going to produce it anymore because it's already been given, okay? And so this is very, very important. And so you need to be a master of your blood sugar, okay? And so again, balancing blood sugar, even dehydration is going to create blood sugar imbalance. So if you are not drinking enough water, make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. Cinnamon is another great herb or culinary herb to help, because cinnamon contains chromium picolinate, which helps to balance blood sugar. Gynostemma tea is another really great way to balance blood sugar. That's herbs, but again, with food as well. You must be eating enough. You must be having enough protein. Okay, 2 to 3 eggs. It could be chicken. It could be beans. Beans and really rice together form a complete protein, which is why I really am more of an omnivorous or paleo approach to my practice. And then the other tip is to manage stress. Okay, I know that's like so boring and you've heard it so many times before, but stress is going to be the thing that increases blood sugar. It's going to be the thing that increases inflammation and high androgens. So you must have a practice that helps you feel calm, that helps with the emotions. What's up there? Okay, get very noisy. So whether you have a 5 or 10 or half an hour yoga practice, Pilates, a walk, a journaling, get very clear on your mind and the thoughts that you have and the emotions. So start to write down, what are the emotions that you're feeling? What are the thoughts? Are you feeling like life is too hard? Is that really true? What can you do about it? This is really about empowerment. And when we have high testosterone, this is on a mind-body level, it's when we have too high testosterone on a mind-body level, it's when we're too challenged. There's not enough support. Versus low testosterone can come from not enough challenge. So what is being challenging for you, and really how can you manage that? What can you do in your mind? What can you do in your actions? How can you ask for support? This goes so deep. It's so important. And really the most important thing, one of the most, actually there's two more things here that I want to talk to you about, and that is getting really real about the sugar that you're consuming. With PCOS, it is critical that you ditch this sugar. I am even saying this from when I had a point where I was a sugar monster, okay? I always had to have sugar every single day, and it was like overpowering. If you have imbalanced gut bacteria, so it can lead to candida, which is actually going to have you physically craving pastries, muffins, pop, cakes, things like that, and make you wake up with brain fog. So again, go back to the first talk about prebiotics, probiotics. You want to make sure you're getting enough protein, okay? You want to make sure you are getting enough water. You want to make sure your life is already sweet. You want to make sure that you're supplementing with magnesium. And this is especially if you're craving chocolate, especially if you have leg cramps, okay, or eye twitches. Cut the freaking pop. I'm serious. You Diet Coke or Pepsi or whatever it is, or zero, cut it out. Okay. Talking about gut health, we've seen that artificial sweeteners can impact gut bacteria and gut health negatively. So just cut it out. Seriously. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. Get a soda stream and add lemon juice to it if you really like the carbonation. Bubbly is not a bad brand either, but seriously, you don't need it. Get some tea instead, get some water, okay? So stop that. And then make sure that you check the different sources of sugar in your diet. Pasta sauces, salad dressings, ketchup, bread, okay? These are all a part of it. So make your own salad dressings, like Caesar salad dressing at home. I make it with anchovy paste, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of yogurt, garlic, salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of lemon juice. That's it. No sugar. But if you look on the label, you will find it. You don't need ketchup, okay? Like maybe you have it once in a while, but especially if you're serious about your PCOS journey, you want to really get clear on this, hone in on this. Even natural sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar are best to be avoided because they still contain 50% fructose. Okay, it is healthier, but we're getting clear on fructose and sugar for you. Okay, so you could use brown rice syrup, stevia, monk fruit as well. Okay, monk fruit is not a bad one actually, but really start to reduce your sugar. This is I want you to also avoid mangoes, grapes, bananas, pineapples right now. And again, focus on berries, green apples, really. Also with cooked carrots. I want you to avoid cooked carrots, sugar peas, snap peas as well, okay? There's so much more I could go into on this, but I really want to keep this. We're almost at 20 minutes as well, okay? The very last thing is that I want you to embrace fat. Fat does not make you fat, okay? A few reasons why I want you to eat more fat. Again, healthy fat. We're ditching for good margarine, canola oil, soy oil. What else is there? Yeah, okay. We're going to replace it with olive oil, coconut oil, macadamia nut oil, avocado oil, walnuts, flax seeds, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines. For good. Like this is permanent. Okay, so certain fats like found in beef and butter are good for the arteries, and that actually helps with glucose tolerance and insulin. Okay, saturated fats improve your cholesterol. There's so much BS about coconut oil being high in saturated fat. Saturated fat is good for you. Okay, it's the fat that is found in chips and in packaged food like crackers is not good for you. Okay, and then when you start to eliminate more carbohydrates right now, we're going to increase fat, we're going to increase protein. And when you have more fat, the presence of fat slows the rise of blood glucose after a meal, which means less insulin and less fat storage. Okay, so again, in my program, the Pleasurable PCOS plan, I have a 30-day meal plan for you. I have plans for PCOS snacks and smoothies, okay? This is very specific to you. I have kicking the sugar habit, meals and snacks as well. We talk about sleep. We talk about the internal, the emotional side of PCOS. I talk to you about, I actually have a whole guide. I have a daily checklist for you. If you are serious about not having PCOS anymore, you want to have a child one day, or maybe you don't, you must get serious about this. And I want to help. I don't ever want any woman to have PCOS ever again. I mean that. I get a little emotional about that, honestly, because it's so unnecessary to have it in the first place, because it is very much lifestyle created. And through lifestyle, you can reverse it. And seriously, some people might get upset that I even say that, but you can just see it for yourself. So if you are serious about getting your hormones balanced, back on track, filling those micronutrient gaps, whether you want to be pregnant or not, whether you just want to feel like you want the internal and external version of you to match. If you just want to feel more confident and actually wear clothes and not have to hide constantly, especially in the summer, you must get inside this program. It is only $47. I wanted to make it so affordable for anyone, okay? Because working with me one-on-one is pricier, though a worthwhile investment. So $47, you get to keep the program for life. You have videos, you have printables, you have meal plans. The first 5 women who enroll, I'll be checking my emails, get to actually have a free 30-minute session with me to answer questions and make things even more personalized for you. If you do want that personal approach, you can reach out to me and schedule a session to really see if it's a good fit for you. I will link the course in the description. Really consider this, take action, trust yourself, commit to your wellness and your health because you are freaking worth it. Okay? So I invite you to rewatch this video, sign up for the program, and really get your wellness on track. Okay? I love you. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.